Party Venture webinar on the new venture. Thanks so much for joining us.
Woo!
Yeah, we're super excited to have you here. We're coming to you live from the LA Photo Party headquarters in Glendale, California, where the action happens. I'm Brian Miller, the owner of LA Photo Party.
I'm Chad Coe. I'm head of product sales for LA Photo Party.
Yeah, we are so excited that you're joining us for this webinar because we're really excited about the new venture and all of the great features that it has. We're super excited to share that with you today. It's also really special because doing these webinars, both to educate you about the new products and services at LA Photo Party and also tips and tricks for the photo booth industry, are part of the mission that we have as LA Photo Party. We always want to be educating our clients, and so we're excited that you've joined us for that opportunity. There's one more thing we're really excited about to share with you on this webinar, and that's that we're celebrating our 10-year anniversary right now, and so bringing you into our office is a great way to include you into that celebration. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yeah, and quickly I want to introduce you guys to David Miller, who's going to be commenting and sending your questions to us later, and also giving us little shout outs of where you guys are at right now.
Yeah, so as we're talking here, if you have any questions, type them into the comment section and we'll either get them answered in real time or David will shout them out and we'll answer them at the Q&A at the end of the session here. So we're going to get started in just a minute here. I want to tell you a little bit about LA Photo Party. For those of you that aren't familiar, we've been in the game for 10 years, and LA Photo Party is really unique because we design and develop and manufacture our own products. And in addition to that, the software that runs on our booth is designed in-house, and all of that is inspired by the lessons learned from our events team operating on the ground. So we're building photo booths, making the software that runs them, and learning what components, what features, and what design elements to include based on real feedback from event clients in the field.
Yeah, we're using our own products in the field. We're going to be using this exact same venture out in events. The other thing too is that everything that you guys are seeing here is made in the USA. Down in our warehouse right now, we have our whole team building ventures. They're going to be shipping right away, and we have a huge queue ready for them to ship.
Yeah, so let's jump in. I want to share a little bit of context, a little bit of the story about how we arrived at this booth. So about 2 years ago, LA Photo Party built the Infinite. The Infinite ended up being a game changer, both for us internally as an organization and for the industry as a whole. And so that's because the Infinite introduced some new technology and some new features and some new design elements that hadn't been seen before on widely available photo booths, such as the bounce card and the LED perimeter lights. So we've taken a lot of the design elements that people loved from the Infinite and we've built them into the venture.
Yeah, the Infinite was a really big success for us, and that's in over 20 countries internationally. One of the things that made it so successful was it had 3 cameras. It was a bigger booth than the venture, but people were asking for something. They loved the Infinite, but they were looking for a simple solution. And that simple solution we wanted to come up for them was something that one person could take out to an event. It could fit all in one case, and that a college kid could run it or somebody's son or daughter could run the booth. It's that simple and that lightweight.
Exactly. So we kept the elements that helped the Infinite to win the best photo booth of the year for the last 2 years, but we put them into a smaller design that's easy to set up, that has all the things that a new photo booth company would need to get started, as well as the things that a pro would need to be on the road carrying their booth around, in one case in a portable form factor.
Yeah, so let's get into some of the features of the venture. We mentioned the portability of it. So we lost about 15 pounds off of the venture off of the Infinite into this venture, and it's also powerful, right? So it's the exact same computer and the exact same photo booth upload lifetime license that's in this computer.
Yeah, so I had mentioned the bounce card. For those of you that aren't familiar, the bounce card completely replaces the need for any additional lighting. And so the way the bounce card works is it snaps onto the top of the booth with magnets, and then inside of the booth there's 2 speed lights that shoot up and bounce off of that. So you don't need to have a big umbrella on the top of your booth or any additional lighting to do a clean green screen chroma key removal.
Yeah, you guys are also going to notice in the front of the booth the vertical monitor. Okay, we redesigned our photo booth upload software, so it's going to work perfectly on that vertical monitor and give you guys that same beautiful aesthetic we've always had.
Yeah, you're also going to notice above the vertical monitor we have the LED light, the ring light. So let's take a look at that. Inside of the booth, we have a dimmer knob so you can dim or brighten.
Oh, this is the future.
That ring light. And the reason that ring light is so cool is that provides your constant light that allows you to lock in focus. It allows you to do chroma key green screen removal on your live preview, and it creates a great ring light effect if you're doing a boomerang GIF, for example. So that's a constant light source that's built in there for really nice high quality lighting.
Yeah, one of the things we got right with the Infinite was the LED lights. We kept that same beautiful aesthetic here. And what's important about those LED lights is whether it's for a social client, you're trying to match the branding of a wedding, or it's for corporate and you want to do things like what we've done for Star Wars with the lightsabers, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the different colors of the different turtles. There's a lot of really wonderful ways to brand the booth.
Yeah, I think this would be a good time to take a look inside the booth to take
Well,
a look.
what is happening here?
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Extreme attention to detail goes into building one of these, and so every component has its place, every component is clearly labeled and can be accessed through the DeLorean side doors. Yes, check that out, which give you access to all of the components inside. So for example, here's your dimmer switch for the ring light. This is a single on-off button, chrome button to power your booth, and you'll notice the really clean look of everything inside. And that's so important that you can access the components inside of your photo booth in case you need to do a restart or a wire comes loose. It's really rare that it could happen, but it's so important that if you need to get inside the booth to your components, you can, and that's why we've built easy access from both sides.
Yeah, speaking of Back to the Future, let's go back. You want to get there? Let's go to the back of the booth.
The back of the booth, check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. So this is the tablet on the back of the booth, right? So this is running our software Photo Party Upload that can share to social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email, and text. And Brian, if you take the tablet off, what can you do?
Yeah, so not only can the tablet go vertical or horizontal, the entire mounting mechanism can be removed completely. And what that's going to do is open up the real estate on the back of your booth for vinyl wrapping. So vinyl wrapping, if you can upsell the vinyl wrap, that's going to allow your clients to pay a little additional you're going to earn a little additional revenue from that upsell, which will increase your average cost per invoice and keep your corporate clients really happy. There's also one additional feature here. When you remove this entire mounting mechanism, it's going to expose the Visa mount holes that can be used to mount the entire photo booth onto a wall for a permanent installation. And so the reason that I wanted to point that out in today's webinar is I think it's a great example of how LA Photo Party has our finger on the pulse of new trends in the industry. There's a lot of new revenue sources available to photo booth companies doing permanent installations. And so we built this booth to specifically meet that demand in the industry.
Yeah, we're always trying to figure out how can you make more money off of that booth. And one of the ways that we help with that is live analytics. So this tablet on the back of the booth is running, like I said, the software Photo Party Upload. Those live analytics are showing Facebook, Twitter, Instagram numbers, top influencers. This is huge for corporate clients to pitch their client, or even for your social clients.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about what someone gets when they buy a venture from us. And so this is really important because we're all about forming relationships with our customers and our clients. So when someone buys a photo booth from us, it's the beginning of a relationship. And that's because we believe that our success is linked to your success. So we want to do everything that we can to make sure you're out there killing it with your LA Photo Party photo booths or software so that you come back to us to buy your second or third venture because you're doing so well and you need another photo booth. So one example of that is everyone who buys a venture from us is going to receive the LA Photo Party Secrets to Success Manual.
Oh, that looks professional, Brian.
Yeah, so I put this document together based on 10 years of lessons that I've learned from running LA Photo Party. And so it'll really help even someone who's been in the photo booth game for a long time, as well as someone who's starting up a photo booth company for the first time. It'll walk you through all of the tips and tricks and lessons that I've learned building a team across the United States and with some international locations as well.
Yeah, another core principle for LA Photo Party is we got your back. And all of these things are set up to really help you guys before you even get the booth to start running with it, right? So tech support is another free thing that we offer. It's 7 days a week. You're talking to a live person in our office. Our tech support is literally downstairs right now. You can talk to them 7 days a week, like I said, and whether you're looking to troubleshoot something or you just want to learn a little bit more about the booth or one of our software products.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on that tech support team because another thing that's really unique about LA Photo Party is our tech support team actually works events as well using the venture.
Yeah.
So that's something very unique in this industry. Many of you who have been at the Photo Booth Expo or at PBPI have met the operators who are in the field from LA Photo Party and are also working tech support. So you know they understand the challenges you have on site and can better support you when you have those challenges.
Yeah, and adding to all these free things, we also have free updates for life with our photo booth upload software, right? So you guys are never going to pay for an update. It's just going to show up on your computer, and then you're just going to update that software.
That's so important. When we release a new feature, like when we were one of the first software companies to come out with boomerang GIFs, or the ability to resize a guest in a live preview in green screen, and all these new features, light painting, slow motion video with green screen, these things we've been to the first to market with. You're going to get a pop-up in your software when you first boot up your computer letting you know there's a free update, and if you're at a location where you want to run that update, you just hit accept. So that's a Lifetime Pro PBU Lifetime Pro license that comes with the booth. It's a great value, and it includes those free updates for life.
Yeah, and another thing that you guys want to have is marketing images and videos. So you're going to get a marketing package with the booth. We wanted you guys to have photos and videos you can put on your website immediately that you can start pitching with while you're waiting for the booth to show up at your front door. So you can start getting it working right away.
Absolutely. So in addition to the marketing content that are great high quality photos and videos of the venture, we're also going to include user graphics that you would load into the booth to be your green screen backgrounds or animated GIF graphics. And so there's about 80 pre-made graphics that you'll have access to when you buy a venture. And in addition, we're going to be including sample output photos, GIFs, and videos from the different features that the venture offers. So for example, if you have a client asking about slow motion video, but you haven't done it yet and you have a venture on the way because you bought one from us, you'll have sample slow motion videos made from the venture that you can put on your website or show to that client and start selling that feature before the venture has ever arrived.
Yeah. Those user graphics, you guys are going to be able to find those samples of our stuff on our website. In the free trial of the software, you guys will be able to see the different things that we have. One of the cool things is that you guys are getting like really high-end graphics because we're always coming up with crazy things for our event clients, and then it's this beautiful trickle-down system, whether it's a new feature or it's this next graphic that we're putting into you guys for free. And a lot of times what we're doing is for Christmas or Halloween, we're releasing free PBUs so that you guys can immediately take that to a party and not have to do all the crazy work that it takes to come up with those graphics if you don't have a graphic team.
Yeah, that's right. So be on the lookout for new PBU files that are being dropped every month or so, ready to go. A PBU file, for those of you that don't know, is a single file that is completely configured to do a full activation, giving you options for morphing, green screen, simple overlays, animated GIFs, and you just click the one you want and it's 100% ready to go, turnkey. So speaking of turnkey, we're trying to provide a complete hardware solution for you that's absolutely turnkey for your events, not only to meet your photo booth needs, but we've also come up with the Sidekick. The Sidekick is a companion piece to the Venture or Infinite that holds your printer and your sharing stations in one really nice, elegantly designed unit that complements the photo booth. So the Sidekick's really an awesome way to have a cohesive look for all of your hardware that you bring with you on site to your events.
Yeah, and that Sidekick is completely brandable, right? So you can have the same vinyl wrap that's on the booth with the Sidekick, so it's completing your footprint, like Brian said. And inside of that Sidekick is a printer, and the Venture and our Infinite, our software, works with any Windows printer, right? So we often be asked, does it print? Yes, it prints, but we don't have the printer in the photo booth. Why isn't the printer built in, Brian?
Well, the printer's not built in so that we can have a super small photo booth that's easy to set up, but also so that we can empower the owner of the photo booth to put the printer wherever it's best for their unique flow on site. So that might mean setting up in a Sidekick right next to the photo booth if you have a limited amount of space, or maybe you have more space, you have the luxury of more space to work with, and you'll want to set your printer up a little away from the photo booth so you don't end up with a backlog or a bottleneck of people waiting all at the photo booth.
Yeah, another great add-on are the cases for the Venture, right? So one of our goals was to get the whole thing into one case. So the hard case, you can fit the whole Venture into one hard case, and that case can go on an airplane domestically. The other thing is the soft case. The soft case is going to be two cases. It's going to be lighter weight, right? So that's the advantage of the soft case, but it's not going to have wheels. And you're not gonna, you're probably gonna have to put it on some sort of cart situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with the Venture. It's been specifically designed to be the perfect photo booth for a new company that's getting started, looking for something easy to use and portable, or the pros that are flying a lot with their booth and need it all to fit in one case and might be doing advanced features. So for example, this has been specifically designed to work really well with our virtual reality add-on. So you can upgrade to the virtual reality system, which will allow you to add a 3D lens that fits perfectly coming out of the camera with the ring light around it, and create these beautiful 3D 360-degree experiences that the guests can see live on a 3D headset and share to Facebook as 360-degree content. And that's a great way, again, to be doing the same number of events, but getting a higher price point for them. So you're working smarter rather than harder.
Yeah, virtual reality has been a big thing for us.
Yeah.
It's our highest paid per hour feature. The next section that we want to talk about a little bit is the pricing of the Venture. I know a lot of you have been asking about the pricing. We're starting with $6,500 on the booth. How our pricing structure works for the Venture is everybody has different needs, cameras, cases. So you're going to build your own booth and make sure that that package is right for you. And Brian's going to tell you a little bit about the advantages of that package as well as some financing.
Yeah, so that $6,500 is a one-time cost. You would own the booth for that. There's no ongoing membership fees or any sort of ongoing contract that you get locked into. If paying that upfront cost, the $6,500 starting cost, is right for you, then you own the booth outright at that time. If you want to spread payments out, we offer that option as well through low-interest financing that gives you immediate approval. You don't need to start paying for the first 3 months. There's no payments at all, but you're able to write off the entire cost of the booth up front as a tax deduction. So we give you those two options. You can choose whichever one is right for you.
Yeah, and all this information we're talking about is basically on the website, laphotoparty.com. All these booths that we're talking about are shipping right away. There's a large queue based off of the pre-sale orders, but we still have a few spots left in this run. So get in there and let's get you a booth.
Yeah, so if you're a pro looking for a booth that's easy to set up but powerful with all of the features you need that you can get on an airplane in one case, the Venture might be perfect for you. If you're a new company looking to have the slickest booth with the best features that can grow with your company, but super simple to get started, we've made this booth for you as well. And so we're so excited. The thing that we sort of thrive on and that keeps us going is hearing amazing stories of companies like yours using our products and software to be successful, make money, and run their own businesses in their cities. And so we're super excited to have those stories about the Venture start rolling in like they have in the past about the infinite photo party upload and photo booth upload. So with that, we're going to turn it over to David Miller, who's been on the comments section and looks like he has some questions from the people who are out there in Facebook land watching this webinar. David, what you got?
And
He's scribbling. David is scribbling
and you can just talk to us if you have one.
This is a long question, apparently. Oh, he doesn't know we're talking to him. David, are there any questions?
Indeed there are.
Yeah.
A little bit behind here on the actual live booth. Sharon wanted to know if you can put a flash on top or a constant light instead of the bounce guard.
Great, I can handle that
Yeah,
question.
handle that
So,
one.
just like the Infinite, there's a threaded hole on the top that fits a baby pin adapter. The baby pin is included with the booth when you buy it. So once you've attached that baby pin, you can connect any standard piece of lighting hardware to it. So for example, you could add an additional constant light. You could even add a projector and run that live from the booth showing a slideshow of images being taken from the photo booth in real time. So that's a great question. Thanks for asking that.
Michael wanted to know if you need a separate camera to do slow motion or can you do it with the Canon?
Sure.
Well, I'll take this one.
Yep.
So the Canon camera can do slow motion. We sell a slow motion camera that does more frames per second. It does up to 240 frames per second. I believe the Canon does, 30 frames per
You
second?
can do up to 60.
60?
Yep.
60, yeah. So it's going to look a little bit nicer, a little bit smoother with the slow motion camera. But the answer is you can do both. It's just a matter of taste.
That's right. Yep.
All right.
Another question.
Shanna wanted to know if you can adjust the camera to point it down for kids.
So I'm going to just repeat the question in case you couldn't hear. The question was,
Yeah.
Can the camera be tilted in case there's someone who's shorter or in a wheelchair or kids? And so I have a few thoughts about that I'd like to share. So
Cool.
we designed the Venture with the same camera mounting system as the Infinite, which means without opening up the booth at all, you can just apply a little bit of downward pressure and tilt the camera up or down as needed. In addition, that camera can rotate seamlessly horizontally or vertically while still having the ability to tilt. And one more little tip or trick here, a little pro tip is, not everyone knows this, you can actually, so right now we have a base and two poles. They're seamless, so you probably can't see it in the live feed. It's specifically designed to have no knobs or fasteners or screws that are visible. But there are two poles here, and the Venture can actually be set up on one pole to lower it. So we've done events where every attendee is in a wheelchair or it's all small children, and we'll set up the booth lower down. We've also done some really fun high-end corporate activations where the artwork is designed at a low angle looking up, and so to match that perspective, we've mounted the photo booth on just one pole. So you have a lot of options there. Any other questions?
Yeah, Bruce wanted to know both what the cost of the Sidekick is and if we sell printers with the Venture or with the Sidekick and if they're packages and things.
That sounds like a Chad question.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I'll
Bruce.
answer that.
Will you repeat that question for everyone?
Yeah, so the question is how much is the Sidekick, and do we sell printers as well? So the Sidekick, if you purchase it outside of the booth, it is $15.99. If you purchase it with the booth, we take a little bit off, and it's $14.99. Right, that comes with one tablet arm, so it has the potential to do two tablet arms, so that you can share their social media. The other thing is the printer inside will fit your popular printers, which is going to be your DNP and your Mitsubishi D70. Those will fit inside. Those are going to be about $1,000 for the printer. The printer paper we do sell sometimes, but we don't try to get you on printer paper. There's not like a markup that we're going to get you on paper for the whole duration of the photo booth sale. So yeah, you can get that printer through us, or if you want to look around, you can also do it through other people.
I think that's a really important point to be clear about is you can buy printers from us if you want. You can buy paper and ink from us if you want, but we don't lock you into buying paper and ink from us or printers from us. You're free to use any Windows printer that you'd like, and you're free to supply your own paper and ink.
Yeah, I just want to say that Brava 21 also fits in the Sidekick because somebody was asking about that.
Brava 21 fits in there as well.
And somebody was asking, can you turn the camera to take horizontal and vertical photos, and how does that work?
It's the same thing as the tilting. It's basically you're unlocking it, and you can switch from portrait to landscape really quickly. It's a slider system.
Yep. Good question.
All right, I think that's about it. If anybody has any more questions,
so
the last chance, type them in.
Yeah, so type in your questions. Let's just repeat. If anyone has a question and wants to give Chad a call, Chad, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I think we can cut to maybe the information. 323-473-4893. You can also email me at sales@laphotoparty.com or chad@laphotoparty.com. There's a lot of information online, videos, tutorials, Q&As. So just give us a call. It's been pretty crazy and pretty busy with this new release, just as it was with the Infinite. So just bear with us. We're going to get back to everybody as soon as we can. But it's been pretty nuts, as you saw in the warehouse. So we're excited to get these products out to you guys.
Yeah, so I'd like to just remind everyone of the core value that Chad mentioned as we sign off here. So one of our core values, one of our 6 core values, core value number 4 is that we got your back. And so we would love the opportunity to have your back and support you in developing your company using the hardware and software solutions that we built here at LA Photo Party. So let's start that relationship. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We'd love to hear more about what you have going on, and we can talk to you about how the Venture might fit into your company. Yeah. So again, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brian.
I'm Chad.
Yep, and we'll see you at the next webinar.